Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Andy with All Things Fantasy back again for episode 2 of Think Like a Pro. So today didn't go as well as yesterday. This was the Tuesday, May 29th, 7 p.m. main slate. And as you can see just by the scores, I did not have a great day with my cash game lineup. Um, I was able to get a Chipotle Addict and Papa Gates again in head-to-heads. Fortunately, um, wasn't able to take down either of them. But let's go ahead and review these lineups and see where I went wrong and where see what plays they made that were better than mine. So starting with pitching, this was definitely my pitchers combined for all of about 5 points. I had Felix Hernandez, who gave up 5 runs, and um, 6 hits, and I just did not have a good day all around. Only 4 strikeouts, 15 outs. Yeah, so Texas, I thought he was in a pretty decent spot. He was rating pretty well on the model, and it seemed like he would be in a good spot um, to return some good value. But he was like 6,700, so pretty good price. And it just did not pay off for me. Second pitcher, I went with the Dodgers, Maeda, and this is kind of unlucky, but he let up 2 runs and he got hurt in the second inning and he got pulled, so kind of hurts. He didn't get a chance to kind of redeem himself and get some more strikeouts and just get more outs in general. Chipotle Addict had him as well, so that was even scratch. He went with Danny Duffy, who had a much more respectable day. Only gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts, and 18 outs. So yeah, it was nothing crazy, not crazy. Not 14 points is nothing crazy, but just better, obviously a lot better day than Hernandez. So so his pitching was slightly better than nothing crazy though. Like there's still 20-point pitchers out on the slate that either of us had. So it was out there. But these guys are definitely. Actually Hernandez in some of my cash games he was actually very low on, so he wasn't a chalk play. But Maeda was definitely a huge chalk play of the slate. And he was expensive too. He was like 10K, so it really sucks when a chalk busts. Good for tournament players though. And then catcher. Yeah, catcher. I went with Flowers. He was pretty cheap in a good spot. At home. I was also looking at Posey. I really liked the Rockies game. The Rockies were projected for 6 runs, and San Francisco was projected for like over 5. So obviously that's a huge game total. And I wanted exposure to it. But it was a little bit difficult to get all of them in my lineups, and I'll talk a little about later. Something that happened, but so I was looking at Posey, but he was more expensive than Flowers, so I went with Flowers, and Posey didn't end up hitting a homer, so that hurts. And then I really liked the Twins. I really liked the Twins in their spot. I thought they were in a great spot to put up runs, and they only scored 1, so that really sucks. So no Dozier, Escobar, and Kepler. I really wanted kind of stack the Twins a little bit. I thought it was it was a good play. Maybe more of not even a low on stack, but I don't know. I thought I was way I gain edge. I thought they were going to put up some points, and they didn't. So that was pretty low scoring stack. They each put up like 4 points about. Snow had 5. So yeah, nothing crazy. So that kind of hurt me a little bit there. He went with more of a. He had a couple Washington players, and then he had a lot of Colorado players, and he actually ran it back with some Giants players, which I did as well. So I wanted exposure. I wanted exposure to both sides, and so did he, apparently. So that was definitely the move. I just didn't do enough of it, and I liked Minnesota too much. I wanted them in my lineup. But yes, I Arenado. So that was a good play. We both had him. Yeah, he was definitely rating really well in the model. Projected a lot, and um, his price wasn't anything outrageous. Nothing like Blackman. Yeah, he put Blackman. Blackman's price was pretty high, and he only produced 9 points on it. That's you know honestly like it's not a great return, but like Bryce Harper, who was probably same price, maybe a little cheaper. 20 points obviously is a lot more respectable when you're paying up for a guy like that. We both had McCutchen. 11 points was pretty solid out of him. And so I hit the Giants plays pretty much spot on with McCutchen but I had Posey actually on my other lineup, but yeah, he pretty much hit the plays head on. He had Blackman and Arenado, and he had Posey and McCutchen, and he pretty much had the right plays from that game. So, and then he had Bryce Harper. That was probably his biggest game changer, was having Harper in there with the homer. So, me, so here's where my biggest mistake was. I originally had David Dahl in outfield, and then when the lineups were released, they weren't starting him. So I took him out of my lineup, and I didn't have enough for Blackman, so I went to Hernandez because it's same game, and then he ended up coming in the game and pinch hitting, and hitting a home run, and yeah, so that really hurts. And that would have been like 15 more points to my total, so that does hurt a little bit, but obviously it wouldn't have made the difference in this game. This game was the whole difference was my pitching. That really hurt me. So yeah, I really didn't. I guess I did commit to a stack. I committed to the Minnesota stack, and that really hurt me. And he kind of spread his out a little bit. Had a couple San Francisco players, a couple Colorado players, a couple Nationals players. And that paid off for him. But 98 wasn't honestly a great score. Like there's honestly a lot of regular cash games that probably even wouldn't have cashed. So yeah, another low scoring day for these pros. Now let's take a look at Papa Gates' lineup. Yeah, he had even less points. It's something interesting. They had the same pitchers, so that's interesting. They both went with the same pitchers, but he went with some different stacks. He did have exposure to Nationals players, but he also had exposure. Had exposure to the Houston players, which I thought was interesting. Yeah, so he went with. Sorry about that. He went with Gaddis with the catcher, who had 20 points with a homer, so that was a big play for him. Matt Adams at first. Altuve at second. We gave him 10 points, which is nice. Rendon didn't do anything, gave him a 0, which Trey Turner only hit 3 points. That hurt him. Bryce Harper obviously had a big day with a homer, 20 points. That's really what carried his team was, it was Bryce, Gaddis, and Taylor who had 15 points. So those 3 players alone pretty much carried his team. With 55 points combined. So yeah, Those two players made up over half his points. So, and then yeah, it's in spring. I can't only have 3 points. So yeah, really just a couple 3 big plays really saved him right there. I didn't get the big plays. All I had was Arenado. Yeah, and my pitching was horrendous. It doesn't really get much worse than this. I mean, this happens. Like your pitchers will dud out. You will have these days where. I mean, it sucks when it happens to both. Like, obviously, it's more common when you just like one of your pitchers has a bad day, and then, but like, um, when they both have shit games, it's definitely most likely a loss. But hey, that's daily fantasy. That's just how it goes. You got to shake it off. Look forward to the next day and try to make it better and try to come back strong. That's what I'm gonna do. Hopefully we come back with some W's tomorrow. Good games to these guys. They definitely had me here. I definitely won't blame on myself. I don't think they definitely didn't put up any crazy scores, so they were definitely beatable. It's not like they made crazy lineups. This was more of me putting together a bad lineup and my players. Definitely just pitching mistakes. Yeah. I just didn't get what I wanted on my pitchers, and they just had bad days. So that happens. We'll rebound. We'll be back. So right now we're currently 1-1 with both pros. Again, look to turn that around. But yeah, not bad, I guess, for the first start. 1-1. But yeah, hopefully you guys are getting some good insight. Obviously, you guys can see for yourself like kind of what they're doing. Right here he was all of a 2-game stack with his pitching. Papa Gates did, and then Chipotle Addict was more of kind of spread around between 3 different games, or actually no, 2 different games, but 2 sides to the San Francisco Colorado game, which I also was kind of behind too. So we kind of have a similar idea there. Interesting that Papa Gates didn't have any exposure to that game, and yeah, then he had a couple of the Washington players as well. So yeah, Bryce Harper. I did not play him. He just wasn't fitting in my lineup, so I didn't go with him. I wish I did, but yeah, that was definitely a mistake there. But yeah, so good games to these guys. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.